Hello, everybody. Look, oh wait, this sounds so much bad because we don't have Jordan in the music. Like we don't have the
Oh,
guys. And guess what? I don't get paid enough to do that, so it's not happening right now. But I digress.
our tech diva is gone, unfortunately.
Wake that up. Me in Jordan's apartment. Wait, let me put us up here. Great. Back in Jordan's apartment on his couch using his mic with the gorgeous QT over at the reality group chat. How are we feeling today, QT?
I'm feeling so good, so happy to be back. It's been a few episodes that I haven't talked about, and I texted you guys in our group chat and said, "Wow, I really wish I had a podcast to talk about my feelings on some of these episodes because I was watching them alone and oh, so many thoughts. We'll get through it all
Of course.
from what we're talking about with today's episode, and I'm sure I'll bring some stuff up from the last two episodes that I missed, but
Yes.
my gosh, this has been a crazy season.
Literally so iconic and so fun. It just killed me when QT's like, I wish I had a podcast. I was like, but
Uh,
Homegirl was like literally partying it up in like St. Thomas. So like she was vibing, y'all. Like, don't even get it twisted. Like QT was good. And guess what? Check out QT's vlog. Someone
oh my gosh,
input her little YouTube. QT, what's your YouTube handle? Say it.
Corey Tyler, Quritityler. Don't freaking forget it.
Never forget it. I am ready to get into this episode. Now, the guys, let me tell you this. It is such a shock, like tragedy that Jordan isn't here. He's like doing errands before we go to a drag show tonight, whatever. But we were at the Bryson One event. If you guys don't know, Bryson Wendell, who are on Survivor, Wendell who won Survivor, get into it. They go hopscotch all around the country and they do little Survivor viewing parties. They have some reality people there. It's gorgeous. It's fun. It's fresh.
It's always so
We
fun.
always love when they come here, when they come to Dallas, whatever. Guys, when I tell you this was the craziest environment to be in, Jordan, I think, is going to input a clip and I'm gonna remember when he gets back here. There's a clip of me screaming at the end, like, and we'll talk about it. Don't get it twisted.
Oh
But
no,
the environment was electric. The environment
the
was.
ending. I did see my life flash before my eyes,
I tried to text you to kind
and
of
then
like.
we pulled it together.
I tried to text you to gas you up a little bit to be like,
Yeah.
QT, buckle up. Like,
And
it's
that honestly did help because as I was watching it, when the first tribe went to whatever and voted and they were reading the votes, I was like, oh, this is negative connotation that Daniel was talking about. Like my life is ruined. I can't watch the rest of the season. And then we got it
yes,
together.
yes. But no, it was to be with all the fans of the show and watching it live, literally insane. Like it was just like it was you, bitch. You could have a pin could have fucking dropped. But we're gonna get into that later. Let's get into the episode because we got so many thoughts, questions, comments, and concerns. So
Yes.
we start off the episode, and obviously Jonathan's pissed. He can't get rid of Ozzy, whatever. But I'm like, bitch, you just got $2 million. Like, why are we complaining? Like, $2 million. Rest in peace. Like, there's bigger fish to fry. I'm like, I don't know why, y'all. I'm not worried about Ozzy. I think it's maybe he's a physical threat, and that's why people are nervous. But I'm over here, and I'm like, I am not worried. Like, bitch, like
1000%. I agree because I mean, what we've seen of Ozzy, I think he has changed a lot in this season of the way that he's playing. But what we know about Ozzy is that, like, yes, he's very physical, but he's not like mentally strategic and moving around and socially inept. So if I were in the game with him, I'd be like, yeah, like Ozzy, big, muscular, boo, blah, blah, blah guy. But is he really a threat to me in the end? Like, if I'm sitting in the final three with Ozzy, I just feel like I can talk my way around him. So,
I I agree completely. Where it's like I think a lot of and this is what they've shown, so maybe it's a little bit more, but it's like Mama Cerie's making the moves. She's coming to the island saying we're not doing that, we're doing this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like I don't
right.
I don't everybody just being like Ozzy, we gotta get Ozzy, we gotta get Ozzy. And I'm like, yeah, maybe because he's like a household name. So like you think people are just gonna like give him the money at the end. But I'm like, what was your big move, your big blind side, your big finish? Like, what did you
Yeah.
control that like Cerie really didn't control? Like, I don't know. Like that's so whatever. I don't know why we're all pressed about this, but clearly some bitches were.
Yeah.
We then moved Devin's immunity. I just found this out, guys. This is so iconic. I think I found this out at the event or like just now, like after it happened. I didn't know his immunity idol could only be used at 7. Like it can only be
Oh,
used until 7, not 5. Like he
I
let his
didn't
little
realize that. I see.
mama me neither. I think I saw a TikTok
Yeah.
about it like days after the event, and I was like,
Wait, and we're at 7 now
now
after
we're at
this
7.
episode?
So he didn't have to use it this time
I
around.
see.
So whatever. So I'm like, okay, honestly, like I didn't know that, but I'm like, you risk your. I mean, but give it. It makes sense. It's not really an idol. It was gifted. Like it shouldn't have the same
Yeah.
power. Whatever. So
Yeah.
that happens. I was like, oh, didn't know that.
I loved, sorry, by the way, I loved the montage of him like dancing around the
So
island and
cool.
just being like so happy. Rick Devens is seriously my favorite player ever. I'm obsessed with him.
Devins was not giving it to me this season until he started waking the fuck up. And then when I was
Yeah.
watching the Mr. Beast episode, I said, Cutie's gonna be so happy when she watches this.
Yes.
Like
Oh my God.
Cutie's gonna be like, rise
I
up.
was so happy. And what I love about Devins too, I think this is why he's one of my favorite players. I always say watching any of these types of games is that I really like the people that are in bad positions and know how to get their way out. I don't really love rooting for a player that's like in the power position the whole time. It's just kind of boring to me. I feel like you're not really showing that you're good at the game. I want to see how you maneuver. I think that Devins is not like he does seem to always be in a really bad position, but I feel like he thrives on it. Like he almost wants to be in a bad position because even in, sorry to talk about it because whatever, but in the last episode, the Mr. Beast episode, when they get to try,
look who it is.
Oh, look who it is.
When is your haircut? Well, do you want to say a few words while you're here? We literally
with
are
the
on
glasses and all, I'm screaming.
Welcome back,
Hi,
Jordan.
Hello there.
We're taking over the podcast. Sorry to tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, one note
yes.
too. So just chill out until she comes.
Let me get it back.
Okay, well, what I was saying is that when they're at Tribal Council in the Mr. Beast episode, Devins honestly was in a pretty good spot. Like he knew where everything was going and he could have just voted with who he wanted to vote with, blah, 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 whatever. He literally outed himself and like put all this information out there. Like it was just a master plan. And then flipping the coin, it just every single thing about him, I'm obsessed. And this episode, I'm obsessed as well. And I'm just so glad he's finding his way out of this all.
You want to know what it's giving though? It's giving Devins. Are you in this position because you just got put there, or do you put yourself in the position? And I feel
That's what I'm saying. He's putting himself in the position. That's the craziest part about it all. But I live.
So I think that's my only caveat to Devins is I love a player who like you just get put in a position and it's like fuck, and then you're like, but how am I gonna get out? I think Devins is like, let me just like fuck up my own game just so I can get out. I don't fucking know. But what killed me even further is Joe being annoyed that Devins was still in, and we had this whole like cry fest for like 2 minutes, and then Cirie Clock and Joe saying what? He said Joe lives on 500 Hypocrisy Hill, like in fucking Fiji. I'm like,
he literally does.
I'm like, Joe, it's just like, Joe, you're really going to make it through this one. Like, I don't know what Devins did to you in a past, present, or future life that like ruined you like this. Welcome to
Right.
that ruined you like this, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on Joe having a tantrum? To the show? Him having the tantrum. Remember when he was okay? We only watched
when he was mad that Devins was still there, and
don't worry, we've only watched the episode twice, but well,
we're gonna need the mic next to your mouth for that one more time, please.
Hello.
I didn't catch the beginning like both times, so that's unfortunate.
Well, there we go. That's Jordan's thoughts on it.
I did love that Cirie clocked it though, because Cirie said exactly what I was thinking as he said it. I hate when people are so like indignant on Survivor and are like, that person lied. I don't like how they're playing. And Cirie was like, were you not going to vote him out though? Like, so you lied too? What's going on?
But again, even Joe, when Joe was like, Coach, I'll never write your name down, and then wrote his name down. Like, bitch, like, stop the fucking holier than thou bullshit. Get out of my fucking face. Tiff brought up a really good point. So Tiff bringing up the point about the 3 idols, and that they didn't want to get jammed up, and then that unlocked obviously the horror memory for Cirie being like, yeah, I think this is something you have to worry about, especially going into 7. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It even goes into the fact of things that happen later on, which we'll obviously talk about, but like how, like, I don't know. I agree. Like I'd be like, and you can't even give people an idol, right? It's not even like Ozzy could win immunity and give Cirie the idol. Ozzy has to play this idol for himself. Rizzo has to play that idol for himself. So for me, I'd be like, bitch, they gotta go.
Do they have to play it for themselves, or can they just not give it to someone?
No, they do. And I just found that out.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought they just had to be the one to use it, but could use it on someone else. That's so dumb. Then really, if I'm Suri, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to flush those idols out because it's not even beneficial to me. Sure, I know where they are, but if they can't even be used on me if I need it to, then
especially when you get down to like, think about this. You get down to 5. There's 3 idols. Given we don't know about Devin, so even let's say she knows about the 2 idols that can be used. You're at 5. There's 2 idols that can be used. Let's say one of those other people wins an immunity. It's a 50-50.
This is live.
right.
No, I just pressed record.
We're live.
On what?
It says live, not recording.
What does that mean?
Hey, let me. Y'all keep
Hey
going.
everybody! Imagine there's like a chat and everything.
Me, it's like we have to cut all of it out.
Weird. Okay, we're not live, but it says live.
Yeah, so don't fucking come for me. Anyways,
We're live on some random channel.
Imagine.
enjoy this episode.
It's research.
I enjoyed this episode on the Reality Podcast. No, so whatever. So I agree, but it's like I also am sorry. If you do it, how do you do it tactfully? Like, how can you get it rid of it? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we do that. Then Suri tells Ozzy everybody's working on him. So we're gonna diagnose what the fuck happened in this episode very fucking nicely.
Okay.
Even Suri at the beginning of the day said, "Hey Ozzy, just letting you know, like, people are floating your name out. Your name is getting floated. Your name is getting floated." He said, "Okay, period. Thank you for letting me know." Before everything happens, remember this. Hey, your name's getting floated out there.
Yeah.
Getting floated out there. For me, I'd be like, okay, like, people are coming for me. Like, we've been new, whatever.
Yeah.
Just fans, remember this because this will be talked about later on in the episode. But this was just like, I watched this again and I said, oh, yeah. Oh, right. And then part 2 of this antithesis, or I don't even know that's the correct word. Ozzy had a nightmare. He got voted out with an idol that night.
It's like
He says
one thing after another.
He says it's in his confessional. Before anything happens, I had a nightmare like I was going out. I was like, oh my God, why didn't you play the idol? Why didn't you play the idol? Crazy. That's strike number 2. Fans, remember this for later on in life. So now we move on that Devins and Emily, they want to go for Suri. They think Suri's like a power play. And I'm Emily, if I was fucking over your ass now, I'm over it now. Like before, I'm over it fucking now. Because mama, don't. And there's a moment you need to know your place. And guys, I'm totally kidding when I say this. You're playing for $2 million. Like, yes, like do what you need to do. But as a fan, bitch, know your place. Like, that's our girl.
But it must be so wide. I would absolutely hate if I was there. 2 things. Number 1, I would hate if I was there because I'd be like, okay, if I want to win this game, I need to get Suri out. But I know that everyone in the whole entire world watching the show is going to hate me if I get Suri out. Like, what do you do? It's like, okay, I guess you just play for your $2 million. Second thing is, if I was on there and I was out there with Suri, I'm so sorry to say, like, maybe this is horrible to say as a gamer or whatever. I'd be playing the game for her. Like, mama, let's get to the end and get you the 2,000. I'm just happy to be here along the ride.
You don't even understand. Same, because for me, it's very much like I think the only time I could ever go against her, it would be at like I would put her up for fire. Like that's honestly like I couldn't. That's the most.
Yeah, and even that is like a pretty slim chance.
Like
I probably put myself in fire before that. Like, girl.
Even then it's 50-50 if that's what I'm actually going to do. Like I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you. Jordan, would you go against Suri in the game?
Not to the very end.
Like what end? Like final.
Well, it's hard because like if she gets to the end, she's going to win. But I mean, you can't go to 3 with her.
I know, but like you want to.
You can't go to 3 with her unless you want her to win. And I feel like I might want her to win more than I would want to win.
For $2 million?
I know that's the thing. Actually, they switched the game after taxes. Like, there's so much more to play for.
Think about it. If Homegirl last season got $300K, maybe
340, so it's really
so
680.
maybe you're gonna get like 1.3, 1.4 after taxes.
You're gonna get 1.3 million. Who really needs 1.3 million?
Right.
Like that or Suri winning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, at that point, it's like 1.3 million, Suri Fields winning. Like, I just think it's more iconic if Suri Fields.
I would just hope that she would cut me a piece of the check because I would seriously tell her, like, I'm literally playing this game for you. Like, I know you can't in the game tell me that you're going to give me anything, but just know that, like, I'm doing everything.
Like, slide a couple hundred my way. You know what I mean? And I put a K at the end of that 100. Like, try. It's like, slide me a couple too.
Give me a Birkin bag like Rob did for Mora.
Read that up. So then after this, we head into the immunity challenge, and it's the one where you're standing on the little thing, and you have to balance, and you're in the water, whatever. Now, let's get into this gig fast. So the challenge is going, and people are number one. I eat this challenge up. I'm so sorry. I have great balance. Like there's like no chance I'm losing. Like Jonathan, I'm not worried about you, bitch. Even on one leg, bitch, I just stand on one leg for funsies. Given I'm not on the rock.
Especially because he has big feet too. Like he's such a big guy, and it's like, oh, anyway, babes, like should I go on run? Like here we go.
Small
What'd you say?
I said, you know what they say about big feet?
Big hands.
Oh, you know what they say.
No, but you know what? Like at the end of the day, I don't know how they let him get that far. But Tiffany ends up winning the immunity challenge. Yay! Let's move on to the next thing. The crowd goes wild.
I said when the crowd went
the
wild.
crowd is like,
really?
Oh my god!
I know it would have been 2 in a row. Oh my goodness!
No, it was insane. And then Jeff is like, "Hold on, guys," and I'm like, "Now what the fuck is about to happen here?" And then when he tells us the news, I'm like, wow, that's like really unfortunate. Not apparently, this did happen.
And that's the thing too, is like we can't even fight it. You could literally see.
No, the second time we watched it, QT, she was on there the whole time. It wasn't until Jonathan was falling off that she then picked up her foot, and I was like, oh wow.
Did they give them a grace period? But they're like, you have 30 seconds.
No.
Was it just like get your foot up?
No,
well, Jeff counts down.
No, right? Jeff said it. Jeff said 3, 2, 1, and then like her foot was still there, and people are falling, and she's struggling too. She's on 2 feet.
Like 3 people fell, and her foot is still up.
And she's wavering. So she's wavering, and she's like, oh, and I'm like,
so my journey watching it is that. So I just watched the episode, and I had already seen spoilers that that it got taken away from her, that she like got immunity and then didn't. I didn't know like what the challenge was or what anything was. I just heard that happened. Okay. Honestly, watching it, knowing that just made it even more sad. Like as I was watching and I saw her get so excited that she got it, I almost got emotional because I was like, girl, it's about to get taken away from you. Like,
Mama, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. It's not looking good. So now we need to talk about the advantage for Jonathan. This advantage, honestly, QT, I'm like really fucking with it. So for the viewers who don't know, what happens is that they are going to get split into 2 tribes of 4 by random pick, and then Jonathan is going to be able to hop from like each beach in a way, or like just run across whatever, right? Yeah. And vote in both of them, which I love this. Honestly, like I think this is a twist where I'm like, oh, I can get with. I mean, it's an easy way to get 2 people to go home, but I also just think like QT, this is what I said on the other podcast, and I would love to know your opinion. Is there such thing as like too many twists in a way of like, I know a lot of reality TV is luck, but it's like, I want to see the best player win, given you can make the argument saying you can survive any twist that is put in front of you. But we've seen like in time and time again, it was Cirie really included, where it's like, bitch, sometimes you just get fucked over by a twist and there was nothing you could have literally done to prevent that. So I'm kind of like, I don't know how I don't think anybody went home. I mean, there's one person who went home, obviously, that I was like, that probably wouldn't have happened if this twist didn't happen. But like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, I think it's hard because I mean, okay, I've been pretty much liking all of the twists that we've gotten this season. I think they've all worked well enough for the most part. I'm sure I'm not thinking of something that I absolutely hate it, but I think I like all the twists. I don't know that I like them all in one season. It's like, okay, these are all some great twists. Let's like spread it out, like put one next season, one the next, like, and then just have these twists that you can kind of play around with each season of like, oh, this twist is coming back, that twist is coming back. So that's what's hard, is I feel like they're just throwing a lot at us. And I get it, it's 50, you want the stakes to be higher, there needs to be like crazy things or whatever. But I think the premise of Survivor is why we all love watching it. And it's like the social strategy, the analytical part of it. Like there's so much that can be done with just plain Survivor that I don't think it absolutely needs all the twists. But again, I don't think, like, this twist I liked. This one also reminded me of the Savannah one from last season, but Savannah only got to stay on one beach. Remember that, when like they split the tribes to have two different eliminations, but then Savannah got to go to the tribe Or sorry, no. I think they split the tribes. Only one tribe was going to tribal council, and Savannah got to go to that tribe.
That's what
But
it was. That's what it was. That's what it was.
yeah, I like this where like both tribes are going, they can't talk to each other. Jonathan gets to be the one in the middle. I also like it because if they, in this case, Jonathan was kind of working with both sides to get things to happen. But if they bring this into another season and someone who maybe can't be trusted is in the middle, they can kind of go back and tell each other different things that are happening on the other beach. And I feel like that could be an interesting play. Like I could see like a Rick Devens doing something like that. So I really enjoyed this twist, but I do agree with you that like we're throwing a lot at the wall.
And it's just like it just goes to like when it's too much, it takes away like it in a way takes away the skill aspect of it. And I'm just kind of like, and again,
it's very luck based. There's a lot of luck that's going into this season. I need a Christian Hubicki to do the like stats or something and tell me like what the percentage of luck is in this season versus others, because I'm sure it's much higher.
And that's just my only issue is I'm like, okay, but like I want the person who deserves to win. I don't want it to be like we literally had to throw everything in the fucking kitchen sink and like this is how we got the outcome of what we did. Now, what I will say is I think Cirie, I don't think that there's been I mean, there was that one twist where like she got to like go away, like, and like, so she wasn't going to get voted out, whatever. But Cirie right now is a player where I don't look at any of the twists as like, oh, that helped her out and like she would have been dead in the water if that didn't happen. Personally, like I hate to see winners win where it's like you only won because there was this one cosmic twist that happened and like it opened up the gate for you to get to where you needed to go, because that takes away the social aspect of it. But like you look at a lot of these players like Cirie and blah, 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 I'm like, no, you're still in. Like you're still in because you were always going to be in regardless. It's just kind of like it took out these other people. But the teams get split up. It's Cirie, Tiff, Emily, Devens, and Jonathan. And then it's Aubrey, Rizzo, Joe, Ozzy, and Jonathan. At first, guys, I'm not kidding you. I literally was like, Cirie's going home. I was so nervous. It was going to be Emily, Devens, and Jonathan voting Cirie out. And then when I was there, I remembered she had an extra vote. And I said, Mother has an extra vote. We're like, I was panicking at the bar a little bit too long. And then I was like, wait, she has an extra vote. We're good. This was when we were at commercial break before we even got talking. Yeah. And then on the other team, I was like, oh, Aubrey's in trouble. Now, when you saw these team splits, who were you nervous about?
Of course, I was nervous about Cirie, but then I don't know. There was like something in me that was just like, it's going to be Emily. Like I was just feeling Emily. And then on the other tribe, I don't think I really cared about the other tribe that much. I was like, okay, like I wasn't like worried about anyone, but it was probably going to be Aubrey.
Same. I was like, it's probably going to be Aubrey. So we get back, and as soon as commercial break is over with, thank God, Jonathan is like, I want Devens out. And like Cirie's like, I want Devens out. And then he was like, oh yes, I knew Cirie would want Devens out with me. I said, oh, thank God. I said,
I know. I wanted to hate Jonathan so bad, especially after he took that win from Tiffany. He didn't really take it, but you know what I mean? And then he got over there and he was working with Tiff. He was working with Cirie. And I was like, oh my gosh, life is good again. Thank you, Jonathan.
Life is worth a living. No, at that point I was like, okay, we can make this work. We can make this work. But they were like, we want Devens out, but we'll settle on Emily. Like, that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, Emily should have been out 17 years ago. Happy to be here. Then Emily thinks it's hers, but then concocts the plan. So followers who I don't even know why I'm explaining this to you. You know what's happening. But if you guys for somehow do not know what's happening and you're just listening, bear with me here. So this is Emily's plan. Emily goes to Tiffany and Cirie and says, hey, I want Devens out. I think I can convince Devens to use his idol on me and say like, hey, listen, if you play it on me, we can make a really big move and we can vote out somebody of our own choosing. And they're like, okay, period, that might work. But then Emily goes to Devin and says, Devens, this is the plan I just concocted. He then relays the information he just told to Cirie, and Tiffany says, but you're not going to play it for me, Devens. You're going to play it for you. We're going to get them to put the votes on you, thinking that you're actually going to vote on me and the votes are going to go on me. And then we are going to vote out none other than Cirie. And this is where you got me fucked up, bitch. It is giving... Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Given now, have Cirie and Emily been working like this the whole entire game? No, but I'm protective. So don't piss me the fuck off. So now Mama's starting to fucking stress because now I'm like, this isn't happening. Also, before the event happened, someone said, on like it was like Kalshi. Y'all know the betting odds, right? Someone was like, it's gonna be a crazy fucking night. And I said, no. Mama,
Yeah.
I don't be crazy. I could have Jonathan go home and Joe go home tonight, and that's not crazy. That's a good night for Sari. I'm ready to
Right.
go. Let's get to
Right.
it. Someone said it's crazy. I said, I'm getting fucking nervous. Guys, we have 2 episodes left. We have next week and then the final.
Oh my gosh, really? That was quick.
Yeah, QT. I'm shitting fucking bricks. I'm
No,
nervous.
this is hard. It's gonna get crazy. And what's so annoying too is that like at this point, who we have left, I'm really just there's a few people that I really like in here, but in order like for it to be a crazy episode, Suri has to be in danger for me to like really enjoy the episode.
Correct.
But I don't want
Correct.
Suri in danger. So that's what's
Correct.
hard. Like I kind of want boring episodes so that we can just get the Suri win.
Correct. So when someone told me it was, I said, no.
I don't
I said,
understand.
no, I'm good with a boring season. Oh no, Jonathan goes home tonight. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Joe goes home. No. Wow. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
By the way, we need to get Joe out. Like, what is he still doing there? But I guess that's the thing too. Like, if you're on the island, it's just kind of like, oh, just keep
I
Joe.
would take it.
He just takes up space for me. He does nothing for me. I don't care for his like storytelling of what's going on in the season. I'm not rooting for him. I'm not even like super rooting against him. I'm just kind of like, Joe, let the people play, you know?
Now, QT, what are your thoughts about Emily with this move? Unbiasedly.
I think it was smart. I think it was a smart move. I think it's what you need to do. If anyone in there, I honestly feel like if anyone in there is really trying to win for themselves, you need to get Suri out sooner than later. The numbers are dwindling down. Suri has a lot of people. I mean, I think it is good that the other side got out Ozzy at least, because then Suri loses a number and loses a really strong number. That probably would have been one of the ones to take her to final 3. But yeah, so I think it was a smart move. But I guess where does it go wrong? Why doesn't it work?
And I'll tell you why this plan doesn't work. And it's literally, I think that I'm not just like tooting her own horn, but I think she is the only one on the island that could have seen this coming. I really, not even seen it coming. I think it's just, this is how I looked at it. And when I like kind of was like Suri lock in is, if I'm Suri sitting here, there's a few things. Number one, I'm thinking, I don't really need this extra vote once we get to 7. The reason why is if everybody makes it through, if you make it through, Rizzo makes it through, Ozzy makes it through, that's 3. You're already working well with Tiff. And now you kind of have Jonathan on your side.
Right.
Like, you have 5 numbers out of 7. You do not need an extra vote. So for me, let me just make sure I get through today. But I think really where it's just her mind works here, where it didn't work with Ozzy, is the fact of, okay, guy, wait, I had it here and then I lost it. Where was? Oh, it's this. It's in what world is Devins going to risk $2 million? And like, and the thing is Devins, I think, is a player where he says, if I can make it to the end, I have a good chance at winning because of his story, what he does, the chaos that ensues, right? So for me, I almost think Devins is just like, I just need to make it to the end. Like, and I think Suri is very much at that point right now too. Like, you make it to the end, you win. So if I'm Suri, I'm saying, okay, yeah, like Devins, you could probably already win if you make it to the end. But if like Devins making this whole move of like saving Emily to like maybe get me out, like is not like worth the risk of like not being here. And for some reason,
judgment.
Right? Like also you don't know if Emily's playing you either. So like if I'm Suri, I'm saying we only have 5 people voting. We have 2 people with idols. It's coming down to us 3. And she said, I'm not fucking risking it. And I think that's why it didn't work, is I think Suri said, bitch, I really don't need this extra vote. This is the time to use it. I know we're going to get down to probably 5 next week. I'll have the numbers if all of my people stay in. Like I think it just made sense for me. I'd be like, is Devins really not going to use his idol? And then it just goes to, guess what? If we all pour our votes on fucking Devins and he fucking plays it, and then there's what? It's whoever Devins wants out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I just think the only person, like, I think if this was on a regular season, it would have worked. I really do. I really, 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 really fucking do.
Yeah.
I think also where this plan went wrong is like Devin should have told everybody and his mother, like, I'm playing it for myself. Like, bitch, you think I'm not making it to 5? Hello. Don't even. And that's, I think, the problem with Emily's plan is I think it just had to be the fact that there was a chance maybe Devins would play it on Emily. That's where she fucked up. I think
that's true. That's true. Especially Devins. He's such a self-interested player. You can't convince Emily can't try to convince other people that Devins is going to use it on you. Because then in my mind, if Emily's telling me this, I'm like, okay, maybe she believes that, but he's not going to do it. Like, I wouldn't even go first to thinking that like, oh, she's lying to me. I would just be like, well, she's delusional.
I think the only way I would have played this is I think Emily faltered by saying, I think I can get Devins to use the idol on me. I think what Emily should have done is play dead, play possum, pretend like there's nothing wrong. And I think then she could have gone to him and say, listen, the votes are coming on me. Or keep saying that you're going to vote. You're playing it on yourself. You're playing it on yourself. You're playing it on yourself. I think it almost needed to be a Kyle Camilla situation of get everybody to believe that you were going to play it on yourself. The votes would have gone to you. But I think Suri was always going to split the votes. I honestly do. I don't even think it was, but that might have tipped her off that there was a plan of just in case. I don't know where the votes are going. I almost think Emily would have had a better shot just convincing Devins of, listen, everybody knows you're playing it for yourself. The votes are going on me. Put it on me and we can go. But given again, Devins is sitting here. We're at 5, bitch. Like,
that's hard. So
it's for me, the only way I would have done that, QT, is if I said, if I don't do this, I'm going home next week. Like, that's it. Like, I think the only way I would have done it is being like, I'll lose the game if I lose her as a number, truthfully.
Right.
And I think Devins thinks he still has wiggle room potentially now that we're at 7. So we'll see. That's what happened with there. Then here we go. Strike number motherfucking 3 with me and my shit list with Ozzy. Ozzy tells Aubrey his whole entire game plan.
This was probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in Survivor. Like, what?
It's not even like this is someone who hasn't played the game before. This is Aubrey. Right. This is Aubrey we're talking about. This isn't a fresh new player who's a 50-year-old mother who doesn't give a fuck about the whatever.
This is one of the greats. So
this is Aubrey. Cute.
Yeah, no, that was so insane to me. Like, literally laid out the whole thing. There's absolutely no reason to do that, especially because if you believe that Aubrey's going to be on the jury, then this is a great speech to have at the final 3 when it's really going to make an impact anyway. No need to tell it early. You don't have any clue what's going to happen. Like, I really thought that Ozzy was learning, and then this is like he threw it all away. For what?
QT, it was to say, number one, there's also just a level of disrespect, if I'm going to be completely honest, of going to the girl who you know you're going to vote out and saying your game and how you've played this phenomenal game. And like this, no, hit it, please.
Oh no, I was just going to say, I hated the part when he was like, I'm so close to the end. Like, I just got to get there. It's like, ew, that is so rude to say to someone who, if she was getting voted out, is getting voted out. Like, that's, I don't like when people play like that.
Correct, QT. And so I'm sitting here being like, this girl's $2 million dream is about to go bye-bye. And you're just like, I'm just almost there. I almost got it, like, blah, blah. And she's still there, like, for me, it was like, it wasn't even like she was on the jury and she got to visit the island and help you and you got to tell her your shit, right? Whatever. Or like, I don't even know what was going through his head of like, you don't think that's going to be you. Again, use it as your final speech. Like, and I know he did it because he wanted Aubrey to go tell everybody else. But again, it looked condescending. It seemed like, since you're going out this week because I have all the power and I have this, let me tell you.
Let me use you. Yeah. And let me use you as my mouthpiece so that you go in the jury and say all this. And then it annoyed me too, even at the end. This is just me being bitter. But when Ozzy does, spoiler alert, get voted out, and Aubrey's like, I'm sorry. And she genuinely looks like she's sorry. It's like, I would not be sorry. I would be like, yeah, you thought it was going to be me? You go tell the jury your story now.
I was watching it live. I'm still in shock. Like I'm still not over the fact. It was so bad. And it's like, this is your fourth time playing. I have no sympathy for you. There's no reason you should have ever felt inclined to tell this girl your whole life story. Like, again, she's about to get voted off and you're like, well, I'm voting you off, but like, let me tell you about how good my game is and how I'm almost going to make it.
And it was immediate. He was like, I'm sorry, it is going to be you today. I've been working with Cirie this whole time. I have an extra vote. I did this. I have this. I'm like, oh my gosh. You didn't even give her time to like let it set in that she was going home.
Again, you can tell her it's her. You can be like, hey, listen, like I got it. Like you're a strong competitor. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, and if you want to build up jury management that way, sure. Like, and be honest and say, listen, like they're coming for you. But like this was just so bad. Aubrey obviously used this information to stay, period. Like, good for you, Diva. Like, proud of you, girl. Then Cirie, what this is so great about Cirie's game is when she's talking to Tiff and Jonathan and they're like, we need to go blindside Ozzy. She's like, yeah, like I'm down with that. I'm down with that. But then in her confessionals, that's absolutely not the fuck what I want to know. But she's so masterful here because then she's like, hey, you should loop in Rizzo. Like, go tell Rizzo and go loop him in and blah, blah. Like,
she did everything she could for Ozzy, even from far away. And he's still.
And this correct. And it, like, good for her. This was very smart to do. Will Rizzo do this? We'll find out in a few minutes. Here's the thing is given this is like meta thinking, but like, I almost feel like now if I was on season 51 or 52 of Survivor and I saw these twists happening, I would make sure to have like a code word with my number one alliance member. So like, let's say it's like pineapple, whatever, right? I would go to, if I was in the situation, I would say, Jonathan, like, you need to get Rizzo on your side. Rizzo will trust what I say. Go and tell him pineapple. Or like, even if it's Ozzy, if you're going to blindside Ozzy, I would say, go to Ozzy and tell him I said pineapple and say, he will know that came from me. He will know he can trust you and that you are going to vote to keep him in. But then you guys can blindside him. You can do the double bluff. You could tell that. But given like, that's so meta. That's so meta thinking.
It's like, so meta, but it's really good. And didn't Cirie say that they have some kind of code word in the beginning of this episode?
They did. But it's like that's my only thing is I think if I was Cirie, I would have told her, I would say, listen, if I was Cirie, I would have said, Jonathan, Ozzy told me he was going to play his idol, this tribal council, no matter fucking what. You need to go to him and you need to tell him I said this. That will know that he'll know you and I are good, that he can trust you and he won't play his idol. And then you can get him out because we need to make this move. Given it's really tipping her hat to Ozzy saying, play it. So I think that's the only thing. If she did actually have a code word with him or whatever it was, that's what she should have done. Would Jonathan have believed it? Who knows? I think she was very smart by telling Jonathan to loop in Rizzo, XYZ, whatever. So guys, we go to Tribal Council. The first team up is Cirie, Tiff, Emily, Devins, Jonathan. I am shitting. And I'll also say this. I think Emily also seemed a little, she didn't play dead. And I think that was a problem because like she sat there being like, I felt like I played passive last time and I just let my vote out happen and I'm going to fight and do whatever I can to stay in this time. For me, if I'm Cirie and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like we know what you're doing, but like you're also tipping your hat off to Devins by convincing him to use the idol on you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like you're saying you want to stay in and fight and do whatever you can and this, that, and the third, but you're showing your cards to both people because to Devins, you're supposed to like be like, play the idol on me and we'll take out a big fish and we'll get somebody else out. So you should act like you're dead in the water or like whatever.
Yeah, that you need that.
But you know what? It just seemed convoluted.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, because she. Yeah, no, exactly what you're saying. I didn't think of it until now, but it is true because it's almost like the tribal council. I think it was 2 tribal councils ago. I forget when it was, but when Tiffany was like, "Why would you tell the person you're getting out that you have an advantage or whatever?" When she said that to Steph, it's like that. Like sometimes I feel like people get so caught up almost in their lie that it's like if you really put the pieces together, it's like, oh. If they were actually going to be doing this, you wouldn't say this to that person. And that's, to your point, what
And
Emily
it's just like you're like, I'm fighting to save my ass, but like theoretically, like you're getting out Devins to the other side, but theoretically you're trying to get out Cirie to the other side. So I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, like, girl, you should be playing dead of just like, fuck, like this is it. Like
Yeah.
I'm going home tonight. I know I'm going home tonight, and like, yeah, that just bugged me there. Guys, the vote. I mean, and everybody give tens to production here, okay? For like 5 seconds.
This is
The first vote's Devins, and I'm like, no. The second vote, Devins, I said, I'm literally going to throw up right now. Like, I'm sick. I'm fucking, because Devins plays the idol on himself. I'm sick. Jordan has a video, and I don't know if he's going to upload it here, but like, it's real.
He has to.
And I'm like, no. And then I see Cirie, and they look over at each other like, we did it. And then it's 2 votes, Cirie. We did it. And I'm like, and then Jeff says, we have 1 more vote. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, everything I needed. It was so good. And I love the juries looking over and they're like, oh my gosh, someone had an extra vote. Like, oh, that was you.
I'm telling you, for the girls who get it, it's that meme of when Winnie the Pooh's soul is leaving his body, bitch. That was literally that was me. I was like, ah. And it said Emily, and I was just like, oh wow, God. Like really. So then Jeff says time for a revote, and I'm like doing the math in my head, and I'm like, cover the 4, cross the 3, like I think she's good. But I'm like, but then your brain is going, what happens if Jonathan flips?
Yeah. I was so much going on that I like couldn't understand. I couldn't understand where we were. Like I was like, is it possible that Cirie goes home? Like I
For me, I was nervous that someone could flip. So we do the revotes. It's 2 votes Cirie, and then it's Emily, and it's Emily, and then it's another Emily, whatever, right? And then it's a 4th Emily. So they let her use the extra vote again. And now I did some research here. Someone said something where they were like, why was she able to revote again? But the reason she was able to revote again is because when it's a tie, like you can't like show someone, like production isn't allowed to like tell you where the vote came from. So if Cirie wasn't able to vote again, you would know that those 2 votes were from Cirie. So like it is in the rules of Survivor, like in a situation like this, if it is a tie with the person who you voted for, that person does get to use their extra vote again. Now, given it wouldn't even have mattered, even if so Tiffany was going to vote out Emily, Jonathan was going to vote out Emily would be going. But literally, bitch, my soul rose from the fucking ashes, and I was like, I'm going to shit myself. Everything is perfect. And given, talk about luck. Ozzy gave Cirie's extra vote. Like, cosmically, think about it, y'all. You should never give something to someone, but like,
no, that made it so good. It makes me want to go back and watch. It was like episode 1 or 2 when he gave it to her. I want to go back and watch that because now it just means so much more. Like it saved her life literally in the game. And my favorite thing about Cirie too is that she was so cool, calm, and collected. Sure, she was so nervous, like on the inside, whatever, but she just played it so good. She's just sitting there like,
and no, I know
there's another vote coming.
No, but someone did it. Someone said Cirie's face throughout tribal council, and it's like the one, and it was like it had captions above it. It's like that bitch voted for me. Another one they lied. Period. And then it shows like her smile. And I was like, yeah!
So good.
No, but what I will say, this is in defense to Cirie. I don't even think she needed the extra vote. I fully, with my chest, believe that if she didn't have that extra vote, they would have put in the votes on Emily and they wouldn't have put the votes on Devins. I really do. I think they did it to say, if we can get Devins out, we can get Devins out, but we need to have a backup plan if we can. And for that, we're going to put the vote on Emily. I think if they didn't have that extra vote, they would have thought that he's probably going to play the idol for himself. It's $2 million. Why wouldn't he? We're putting it on Emily and we're calling it a day. Because I don't want anybody to say that she won because of a fucking chance, bitch. No, she would have been fine regardless. Thank you. So now we go into tribal council number 2. This is Aubrey, Rizzo, Joe, Ozzy, Jonathan. We don't know where it's going to go. We don't know where it's going to go. What's happening? Ozzy goes, votes for Aubrey. And he says, I still don't know if I'm playing my idol, but like, cheers.
That was crazy. I was like, what do you mean you don't know if you're playing your idol? Play your freaking idol.
Aubrey goes in and says, I hope you don't play your idol. I'm voting Ozzy. We go to the vote. It's 1 vote Aubrey. Period. 1 vote Ozzy. We've been new. 3rd vote Ozzy. Gag. And then Jeff says, This actually really gagged me because it was so quick. It was like, and then he's like, no fucking way, or fuck me. And then Jeff says, the whatever person voted out of Survivor, Ozzy. Now, guys, let me tell you this.
Crazy.
There's people who were crying seeing him leave. There was not one tear that fell off my face because when you fucking do this to yourself, I have no sympathy. I have
no sympathy.
Cirie said, remember, audience, when I said, remember what I said earlier on. Remember this. Cirie said, Ozzy, they're coming for you. You know this, correct? Yes. Ozzy had a dream about going home with the idol in his pocket. Remember that. Then we have going in. I'm going to tell my whole entire game plan to fucking Aubrey to be like, Toodles, bitch. For me.
And then him being,
Nope, hit it.
No, just him being so upset after at everyone, and like Rizzo tries to hug him. Everyone's trying to hug him, and he's just like mad at them or whatever. It's like, babes, you literally did this to yourselves. And Rizzo even said it to him. He was like, you said too much. And it's true. You did. I'm sorry. That's not how you play.
Like 9 out of 10 times your other alliance member would have told you, right? Like I do believe, like in a normal world, Rizzo should have told Ozzy. Ozzy would have played the idol. Like that is what you have your ride or dies for. The problem is when you're telling Aubrey that your number one is Cirie, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, and so for me, it almost goes to Rizzo knows if you win Final Four, I almost said HOH. If you win Final Four immunity, you're bringing Cirie. I'm fighting in fire. I just lost in fire my last season. That's what it's telling me. Now, this is where I'm like okay with it in terms of Cirie. The fact that this was told to everybody, she was going to have a much harder path at the end because if they couldn't get Ozzy, they would try to go get Cirie, right? Like I really do believe that. I really fucking do believe that. So I think in a way it's good. And I think the way that Rizzo comes back from this is just telling her the truth, saying he literally told Ozzy that you and him were number one since day one. The whole entire camp knew that. If they knew that. So I truly think she is going to like be fine with Rizzo. And also, can I say this? I also don't think she has another, I don't want to say she doesn't have another option. Cirie Fields always has another option. But for me, it's like, I can't change horses midstream. Like, I have to rock with this. I have to.
Right. Yeah. You know? And now, and it's good. Like now you're the person that everyone perceives to be your number one ally. Like everyone has been seeing Ozzy and Cirie together since the beginning, as much as they've tried to hide it or whatever. So this is good. This is great. Now Cirie is less of a threat. It's like, okay, she's not going to win immunity. She doesn't have Ozzy, her number one person that's going to like take her to the end. Everyone else is on the same page about, oh, we got to get Cirie out. So like, let someone else do it. You don't have to do it.
I agree. And even then, I still know Cirie has Rizzo. Cirie has
she's Tiff. I think she's really good with Tiff now.
And now she's also has Jonathan. Like, I mean, Jonathan voted with her.
I did. That was unexpected to me, but yeah.
I know Jonathan. I know wants Devins out. I know that, and I also don't think Jonathan wants Devins and Aubrey out. And why that's good is because again, you just have Shields in front of you. That's not Cirie. Cool. Guys, I don't know. I'm telling you this. I need Cirie Fields to win. I just think it would be so full circle and it would be so deserved. And I think this would be a win that like Survivor would just be like, yes. Now, with that being said, QT, before we close out, who do you think is going? Who do you think has the best chance to win? Make it to the end. Who do you think is a threat to your number one? Like, what are we thinking?
Okay. I'm going to say two different scenarios. I'm going to say who I think is in the best position to get to the final three. And then I'm going to say who I would want to be in the final three. Okay. Who I think is in the best position to realistically get into the final three. I'm going to go with, sorry, I'm looking at the list. Let's see. I feel like it's going to be like, unfortunately, like oh, did I lose connection?
Oh, you're back. Oh,
back. Okay. So realistically, who I think is going to be in final three is like a Rizzo, Joe, and maybe I kind of switch off like Tiff or an Aubrey. I'm going to go Tiff. So let's say like Rizzo, Joe, Tiff, I could see. Not necessarily what I want, but what I could see. What I would love in my perfect dream little world is Cirie, Devins, and Tiff. Those are the three people I'm really rooting for right now to get to.
You want to know?
Actually, I'm sorry. Going back, I'm going to take Joe out of that and put Jonathan actually, because I think Jonathan can like win his way into final three. So let's say Jonathan, Rizzo, and Tiff is who like I think could end up being in final three.
Now,
But
I'm going
again,
to say
not
this.
necessarily-
There's a few things. Let me tell you what I think the most. I think this would be a fucking insane final three that I would love to see. Honestly, I would love to see a Cirie. And this is just chaos. This is not what I would want because I don't know what would happen. But I would love to see a Cirie, Aubrey, Devins final three. Like that would be
Ooh.
an insane
That would be
stat.
fun.
Like it's different people, it's different things. Even you could throw a Rizzo in there at a point because I think he's done.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think those are probably like the three gamers at the end. Like that would be like I think insane. I think that would be fun. I think that would be like this could maybe. I mean, given I still think Cirie sweeps regardless. Like I think as she should.
Yeah, I think
that's fine.
no matter what combination, Cirie at the end should win.
But I think that three would pose a very big question of like those three people made moves and did a lot of things. So that would be very interesting to see.
Right.
I think in the end, I see Rizzo 100%, but also someone brought up this conspiracy. I also can see like Rizzo losing at Fire at 4.
Again. Wow.
You know why someone said that? Someone brought up this conspiracy theory to me. I think it was Bryce, actually. He brought up this conspiracy theory to me. He said, remember that episode where Rizzo wasn't doing anything around the camp and he's like, I didn't come here to make fire and to do this. Like I came here to socialize and to strategize again. Someone was like, I think it's painting the whole like losing at Fire again. And like he also had another comment about it. And I was like, that's actually really good editing.
Yeah. And he didn't even have time to go home and learn how to like really do a good fire because he came back out
for 7 days. I would have been like, no one talked to me, no family or friends talked to me. I'm making fire. Like I literally lost $1 million because of it. Like I'm making fucking fire. I also think that they're really hyping up Aubrey's storyline right now, and it's getting me nervous. Can I be honest? Like I'm shitting. I'm scared.
Yeah, I could see it. They even did the flashback to her finale when Michelle won.
And remember, she said, I learned from Michelle's season, it isn't about how you played at the beginning, but it's what you do at the end. And I'm like, and then she does this move too. And it's a great move. It's a great move, but it's just like not too much on my girl Cirie. Don't play.
I know.
So I think honestly, my winner picks right now, I'm going to be honest, the top 3 people who I can see easily winning, I am going to say Cirie, Rizzo, Aubrey. Those are my top 3 of like who I could see win. Easy.
Yeah, I could see Cirie, Devins, Aubrey. It's probably just my Devins.
But but let's wake this up. How does Aubrey and Devins make it past next week? Seriously.
I know. I think next week. Okay, well, next week Devins has immunity. He has that. No. Oh my gosh, no, he used immunity. This was it. Oh dang, girl. Well, Devin's gonna run back out there. You already know the first 5 minutes that we get of the next episode is gonna be Devin's running, getting an idol.
But there's no idols. There's no finding idols. It's only been Billie Eilish boomerang idol in this.
Oh, but maybe it's different. I don't know. Like I don't know. I just need something.
That was sad. That was sad. Maybe it's different. Like it was like literally just like taking a toy away from your toddler.
No, Devins is probably out next week. Like let's be completely honest. If we're looking at the list of people left, it's like you have to get out someone who is a threat to win. And at this point, Devins is like what he did with that fake idol and passing through all of these, like he's literally been in the fire week after week and has made it past. He flipped the coin to make it $2 million. Are you kidding me? If I'm sitting at the end and I'm like, I freaking flipped the coin to make this $2 million, you better give me that $2 million. I put my game on the line. So I think Devins, I honestly though, if I'm like being super unbiased, I think it's going to be between Cirie and Devins next week. But I think Devins is going to end up going
at all. And the reason I say that is
people are going to be like, we got to get this girl out.
I don't think so because the only thing that they said about Cirie last week is Aubrey said Cirie can win this game. But for me, it's like Devins. The only other person who voted Cirie was Devins. And the only people I could see voting Cirie is Devins and Aubrey. But guess what? They're at the bottom. Socially stacked up, they are at the bottom. So that's why I'm like, I don't even know how Aubrey would make final 3 unless she like somehow got to fire and like won out fire. Like
I just feel like I don't know. Like, okay, Aubrey, this episode is pretty good, but
but
don't
who's she
think
really
that
working with
anyone.
though, other than this
But
episode?
I don't think that anyone is looking at Aubrey. I think at this point where we are left in the game at final 7, everyone's going to be like, I need to get out the person who I think is going to be my biggest threat to win the game. And I don't think Aubrey is up there. And so I think she could kind of just like slide by now because there are huge threats in this game left. Suri, even Rizzo, Jonathan, like Devin, all these people are people that are like, we
But
need to
I'm
get
gonna,
them out.
but what I'll push back, I'll do an Emily flipping. Can I push back on that? Why I'm gonna push back on that is, then why wouldn't you have just gotten out Suri right now when you had the chance?
I know.
I don't think they're thinking that way. That's my thing. I don't think they're
I
thinking.
think they might start once they're at the back on the island. They're like, "Wait, this is all that's left." What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm left on Survivor 50 with Suri Field sleeping next to me. I don't know.
QT thinks everybody's gonna wake up and see Suri and said, "Wait,
I think they're gonna
Seven? Who the fuck let her here?"
Because as much as I love it, I am like, how the heck are they letting these?
No one's understanding. I'm shitting because guys, I'm holding all my fans' hands here. I don't know how the fuck she makes it to the end. Like, guys, I'm being so dead ass. She was just on Australia versus the world. She lost that final 4 because she didn't make fire. She couldn't make fire. I hope she learned in the 1 month coming
she
back.
knows how to make fire. I just hope she knows.
Suri, I can't make excuses for you. You already lost making fire twice, and you've played like 5 times. Like you have, you are everything. If you can't make this fucking fire, and guess what? I think she's gonna make fire at 4, and it's gonna be the circle, like because she lost fire. I don't know. She lost fire once or twice. I don't know, guys. I don't know how she's making it to the end. Because to your point, QT, who is saying I want to sit next to Suri Fields at the end? Unless you're coming at it from the approach of I want to play against the best and I want to beat up against the best. That they actually think. I don't know.
And in that case, then I will love anyone who says that. I do think though, if they're like really, really smart, get Jonathan out. Like Comp Beast, we don't need him here anymore.
I don't either, but at this point, if you're good with Suri, you can stay. Like at this point, I don't care. Like really, at this point, like if the coconuts on the ground want to take Suri to the end, do it.
Oh gosh, I'm stressed.
And guys,
so in the next episode, are we going to see 2 people go? Like, how are we getting down to?
I think it's going to be 5 because we have a 3-hour finale, so it's going to be 2 hours plus the 1-hour reunion. So. And that's usually, I think that's what they do. It's 5 and then it goes down to 4 and then it's only 1 competition and they make fire. So I think that's what's going to happen. Guys, at the end of the day, Suri winning Final 4 immunity. Watch it happen live on television.
I can't wait.
But guys, that is all we have. This was a long episode because this was like definitely the most biggest stressful episode. Like we almost had 2 of our icons go home. We lost one, but listen, once Suri survived dead ass, I said, I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Once the second tribal came, I was like, y'all have fun.
And if we lose him, we lose him. Like for me, I'm like, what? Like we still going out to fucking party.
Beggars can't be choosers. I got what I needed with Suri saying.
Wake that up. But guys, that is all we have for you today. Listen, tune in next week. We have 2 episodes left. And this is going to be so iconic. We're doing that. Me and Jordan, we're covering over Drag Race All-Stars. Pop and lock to that. And guys, Big Brother is coming right around the corner. And you know that's our shit. So make sure to tune in there, guys. Remember, follow us everywhere at Reality Group Chat. You can follow me everywhere at Daniel_Cusimano. Jordan at It's Jordan Staff. You'll see him with a fresh new haircut next week. And Corey Tyler, where can they find you at?
Everywhere at Corey Tyler, QURITYLER.
And never, ever, ever forget it. But guys, that is all we have for you today. Comment down below who you were rooting for. Don't give us any spoilers. Who you're rooting for, who you want to see, who's making it to the end, who's taking the money. And you know, everybody just pray for Suri. If you don't like Suri, don't comment.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Don't comment because only people with good taste can be here. No, I'm kidding. If you really have beef, tell us why you have beef and we would love to know. But with that being said, we will see you in the next one. Bye.